Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Doug with News and Views by Doug. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't been watching, hope you'll like it. Hit the like button, hit subscribe. We need viewers. We always need viewers, but none of this is paid for. I'm not receiving a dime from anybody. These are purely my observations and opinions on world events, politics, and again, pretty much anything else I feel like talking about. Now, Tuesday on June 2nd was our voting here in California. And we finally got one really good bit of news. I did a couple of stories on Amar Campo Najar. This guy has ran for office so many times. And he moves from district to district wherever he's trying to run. He's ran for Congress 3 times, and he ran for the mayor of Chula Vista once, and he's lost every single time, including on Tuesday. He was running for the 48th district in California for Congress, and he didn't even get 10% of the vote, finally. He finished in 3rd place. The guy is a clown. He claims things that just aren't true. He was trying to use his position as a reservist in the Navy to bolster his politics. His girlfriend is multi-billionaire Sarah Jacobs, who is a Democratic congresswoman. He lives with her. We kind of think we know why, Is it the money and the political power? But even the New York Post posted this image. They even called him a loser. And the guy finally made an announcement. I'm going to read it to you. This was sent to La Prensa, which is a Spanish or Mexican newspaper here in San Diego. It's kind of long, so put up with me. I entered politics 8 years ago to challenge a corrupt congressman, failed status quo, and unjust political system that exploited struggling Americans and innocent people abroad. Yeah. Foreigners. In giving a voice to the voiceless, I found my own. I unapologetically defended working families, like the ones that raised me. Mexican immigrants. Well, sometimes he's Palestinian, sometimes he's Mexican. Rarely do you ever hear him sit there and say, you just don't hear him say, I'm an American. His grandfather was a terrorist who helped kill Jewish athletes in the 1972 Munich Olympics. And in one little talk, he said he was very proud of his grandfather. So he said, I unapologetically, sorry, I can't say that, defended working families like the ones that raised me. Mexican immigrants, like my abuelas, terrorized by ICE. Friends who were gunned down at a San Diego mosque event. He now claims he's a Christian, not a Muslim. His message goes on, but the best thing about it is he puts here, I don't believe him, but it says, while my political career is permanently over, mean we're not going to see a 5th time there, Omar? I'm deeply grateful to the voters and supporters who let me into their lives and enriched me, all 9,000 of them. I promise to continue to serve my country and community because the patriotism, or true patriotism, let's see, I lost my spot. Because true patriotism means loving your country even when it doesn't always love you. It doesn't love you back, apparently. Americans are better than our politics, and I remain a prisoner of hope that someday soon we will all fix our broken political system and make it worthy of us. Okay, Amar. I'm sure in the near future you're going to pop back out and run for office again, and just basically said that he just has so much support, and that the people they want him to come back. He'll come up with some bullshit excuse. But Sarah Jacobs and her family, who are big money from Qualcomm, they sunk billions of dollars into his campaigns. And nobody wanted him. So he lives with Sarah here in San Diego. And it kind of makes you wonder, is she finally going to realize, hey, he's worthless, jobless? Is she going to get rid of him? Time will tell. So in other things here in California, turns out the FBI made a raid yesterday in Orange County. Here it is from Fox News. Breaking: California Tech CEO Jashid Grahami arrested for allegedly supplying equipment to Iranian nuclear and military programs, the DOJ announced. So they went after this clown and, excuse me, they raided his $35 million Newport Coast mansion at dawn. So the guy is an American with Iranian citizenship. He's been helping the Iranian military. He's been helping their nuclear program. He's a fucking traitor. If he's found guilty of this, we need to start executing these traitors because they're all over the place. You see it at all the ICE detention facilities where these activists, paid activists, they're paid to go there, disrupt, riot, create problems. And you saw it last week in New Jersey. Well, New Jersey finally had their state troopers go in, and they made arrests. And it turns out very, very few of these people are actually from New Jersey. Most of them were paid activists in Antifa, and they were paid to go in and disrupt. And this has been the way all around the country. These people are paid. You see all these protests where instantly, they're coming up with professional signs. It's already made. And these people are being paid. And word is they're being paid by George Soros, who was a Nazi during World War II. But he's a multi-billionaire now running around the world. And again, a Nazi. A fascist. That's what they like to call us. But he really is a Nazi and a fascist. And his whole goal in life is to disrupt world order, the governments. He wants to bring them all down. Anarchy. We have other traitors. We have these two women in Congress, Rashida Tlaib and Omar Ilhan, or Ilhan Omar. Well, it just came down that her husband has been funneling money to terrorist groups. And he's been doing it with different schemes. And the money is being funneled. And one of the American agencies has finally froze his assets. And he's been accused of money laundering. Well, these were supposed to be marijuana dispensaries. But isn't it weird that they supposedly had a winery in California that nobody could find? They had it listed at millions of dollars worth in value. But suddenly, it disappeared. Nobody knew where the winery was up in Northern California. Another scheme, another money laundering, and more money being sent to terrorist groups. So we talked about it the other day that we have all these politicians being accused of fraud. We have politicians being accused of embezzlement. We have politicians that are just being flat out traitors. Good old Rashid Tlaib. She talks about her Palestinian blood and how, she's pro-Gazan, pro-Palestinian. And she wants to rise up against our government and protest and create disturbances, and she's encouraging others to do so. Why aren't we prosecuting these people? It's rare when a politician goes to jail. Now we had Eileen Wang from Arcadia, California. She was the mayor. And she has pled guilty to being a Chinese agent, and that's Communist China. And one of her political underlings that was working for her, he's already pled guilty to doing the same thing. And they were basically spreading propaganda for Communist China in the United States. And she was getting her instructions directly from the Communist Party. So let's put them in prison. If they're traitors to the country, no, we can always execute them. That might stop some of this crap because these people are doing it all for money. It's always about the mighty dollar. How much can they get? So anyways, folks, it's a little emotional for me. Sorry you had to put up with it. These are, again, my opinions. If you have an opinion, please let us know in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button. Please be safe out there. It's really a dangerous world now. You folks take care of yourselves.